Hi, my name is Jeff Hewitt, General Manager here at Brian Cullen Motors, 386 Ontario Street in St. Catharines, Ontario. And today we're talking about Escalade IQ. So, if you're in the market for a new or used vehicle, come down and see us here at Brian Cullen Motors, 386 Ontario Street in St. Catharines, Ontario. And don't forget to mention that you saw us on YouTube for your special YouTube-only incentive. Starting with the front, now this is distinctly Cadillac. With our Cadillac badges, the way that it greets you and lights up when you arrive, this is incredible. The way it's sculpted, all the artistry of the lighting in the front here, purely Cadillac, unmistakable going down the road. If you drive a full-size SUV and you park back into your parking spot at Costco, it makes it very difficult to load. But not with this one. As you're walking up, you get to open the front, load all your Costco items in it. You got a choice. You can do it with the remote or the hidden button under here on the bumper. Close it up and go ahead and get inside your vehicle. Let's come around the side and I'll show you some more. The side profile of the Escalade IQ, there's some unmistakable features. First of all, the absolutely massive 24-inch wheels are standard. This here is the Sport 1 model with the Onyx package, which gives you these wonderful dark wheels offset against the black paint. Just absolutely beautifully sculpted all the way down the sides, including the integrated side steps. You'll notice this vehicle is crouched down very low right now. When we get around the other side, I'll show you why. But in the meantime, let's go to the back. Here we are at the back of the IQ. Once again, all beautifully detailed and sculpted. The Onyx package, the tone-on-tone badging. Your rear camera mirrors up in the top here. Once again, you can open the rear compartment a few different ways. You've got the kick underneath. You've got the emblem here that you can just push, or you could also do it with the remote. Once again, being an SUV, especially a big SUV, height is important. And actually the deck height for loading in your groceries, if you happen to pull in instead of backing out the Costco, it isn't that bad. Back here you have split rear benches. Of course, you can raise or lower them using the power switches on the side here. This gives you a nice big flat floor if you have to be bringing a lot home. Closing, once again, you've got a button there, use the remote, whatever you need, easy to operate, ultra convenient. Let's go to the side here and take a look at what's going on. This is where your charge port is. This is how you're going to plug it in. Remember, with 740 kilometers of range on a full charge, your maybe's charging it once a week at home. Easy to do, level 2 and level 3 charging. Push the button, door closes. You can also operate this door from inside the vehicle. You actually have multiple seat choices on an IQ. This is the standard rear seating. We typically see in this type of SUV where it allows you some easy access into the third row. If you prefer though, there is an executive seating option which gives you rear bucket seats that are much like the front, a full center console, give that passenger all that luxury you're looking for. Of course, with the available rear screens, media centers, all the features you could possibly ask for in a full-size SUV, all available on IQ. Why don't we get inside and take a look what's going on with this pillar-to-pillar screen, something like you've never seen in anything else. Inside IQ, it's hard to not talk about this amazing display that literally goes from pillar to pillar. Basically comes in 3 sections. Your sort of typical center section here, or left-hand section here for the driver. Your usual sort of information. Multi-purpose in the middle can give you maps, radio controls, settings of your vehicle. The usual choices that you're going to have to make. Down here for the lower console, you also have a secondary screen which gives you things like your HVAC controls and your controls over the various features, opening and closing doors, locks, things like that. I'm very intuitive down here. I'll show you a little more in a minute. And then the passenger actually gets their own screen. This screen over here, the passenger can be a true co-pilot. Get all the data on the vehicle, how much battery range, speed, time to distance, all those things are there. Plus, they can actually go and run media on it that only they can see. If you want to run this YouTube video in your IQ, you can, right? The passenger can see it, the passenger can hear it, and an amazing technology. The screen changes so the driver can't see it. So it's unique just to the passenger, and the passenger gets their own screen. In this center console here, lots going on. A couple of my favorite features, something that you don't see very often. Yes, this is an inductive phone charger. Your phone just slips right in here. Very thoughtful. They've even got cooling vents to help you keep your phone cool while it charges. But wait, there's 2. There's one here for the passenger as well. So you have 2 phone chargings going on. all at the same time, no issue whatsoever. The center wheel knob here, this is actually your sort of standard remote control, and it's amazing. Now this seat is set up for me to sit in it. I was driving this vehicle, so I know all about it. And see how that wheel just naturally sort of falls to your hand, and if you come and take a look at an IQ, you really have to experience this because they spent time engineering this wheel to feel right. It's got a texture to it, it's metal. It feels good in your hand, and this actually allows you to navigate all your screens without having to lean forward and touch everything. So you get to make your choices here with the wheel. You also have 4 switches, one for the navigation, radio, the home screen, and also a return button. And if you press those buttons, you get the ever so slightest hypnotic response. You feel a little vibration, much like you do with your phone, that tells you that you've made a selection and something is happening. Steering wheel controls, of course, heated steering wheel. This is your Super Cruise. That's hands-free driving, lights up green, has a camera here to make sure that you're paying attention to the road still. Over here, your radio controls, phone controls, everything you can possibly imagine. Heads-up display. Once again, you have a choice of how much data you're showing there. This is a true luxury full-size SUV. Oh, and I almost forgot. Full panoramic, fixed glass sunroof with a shade. Incredible. Drivers, passengers, this is luxury. This is Cadillac. So let's check out what it's like to sit in the back. So here I am in the back. Now you have to remember, I'm 6 foot, and I'm now sitting behind myself. Front seat was set up for me to drive, well, because I was driving it. And look at the space I've got here. And this is with the standard seating package. This isn't executive seating or anything like that. This is the standard seating package available on IQ. You have available rear media for the kids if you want it. That's also comes in Sport 2 package. Plus you have your own control screen here for your rear HVAC controls. Very intuitive. This person gets a control and that person gets a control, both sides, or it can all be synced to the front controls. Panoramic view of the sky, absolutely incredible. Great view of the road. You can sit back here for hours. Let's hop out. I want to show you how this vehicle greets you. So one of the coolest things about driving an Escalade IQ is that when you come walking up to the vehicle, it actually greets you. So I've unlocked it there, and now it starts the animation. No mistaking what you're walking up to. This is a Cadillac IQ, and it is beautiful. So this is a large vehicle. There's no doubt about it. I've been told it's a tank. I've been told it's huge. It's all these things. It is a full-size Escalade IQ, but it has a secret weapon in the parking lot, and that is 4-wheel steer. Yes, these rear tires turn in and out depending on what you're trying to do in the parking lot. It is unbelievable. I'm just going to hop in and turn the wheel so you can see what this does. And what this does is that decreases the radius dramatically. This is like parking a small SUV in a parking lot because it just turns, does it all for you depending on how far you're turning the front wheels. You can't beat this feature. So thank you for watching this video. Be sure to like and subscribe. Brian Cullen Motors, 386 Ontario Street in St. Catharines, Ontario.